Alright guys, I've been working on this for a while. So first of all, I'm just a huge fan of Dodgerfilms. I am in no way, shape, or form associated with Dodgerfilms or any of the players obviously, but I'm a huge fan and I have, to my best knowledge, created this entire roster of Dodgerfilms. And if you're watching these, you're probably a huge fan of Dodgerfilms as well, and you're probably familiar with these players. So let's go over our roster real quick before we jump into our first game without further ado. So let's get it started. First we'll go over the position players, then we'll go over the bench players, and then we'll go over the starting pitchers and then relief pitchers. Alright, so hitting leadoff we got Andy Leon, and everybody loves Andy. He's like the personality person. Well, he has too many personalities. He plays a different one each time, you know how it goes. And he is one of my favorites in Dodgerfilms, and he usually leads off, and he's a leadoff hitter. And I made number 51 because he's a Mariners fan and he loves Ichiro. Alright. Next, we have Taka. He's batting second, and everyone loves Taka. He's everyone's favorite from Japan. Too bad he couldn't stay in LA. And wish he could play Dodgerfilms some more. And yeah, so made number 1 because everyone loves him. And then third we got Jeffrey Reyes, who was Sierra's ex-boyfriend, who used to be known as Sierra's boyfriend, obviously. And yeah, Jeff is a great player, one of the most athletic in all sports in Dodgerfilms. And he's our number 3 batter, and he's number 9 because of his Instagram handle, and into Space Cowboy 9. Alright, he's our center fielder and batting third. Okay, batting cleanup, and we got Benny, which is, everyone should know Benny because he's out usually the opposing team in the softball series, and everybody loves Benny, of course. And he's number 81 because I saw one of his jerseys. He wore number 81, his custom Dodgers jersey. So there we go. We got Benny. And then batting 5th, we got Sierra's new boyfriend, aka Red Shorts, and he's number 4 because of his social media handle, Red Shorts 4. All right, and he lost a lot of weight and he got a cool haircut, and he got Sierra to be his girlfriend. And then batting 6th, we got Fernando, and everybody loves Fernando. Everybody loves these players overall. And yeah, so he's also known as Latino Power, and I did my best to try to make his sleeve look like the Mexican jerseys, or the Mexican sleeves, and he had to show off his cultural pride a little bit, with also with the visor as well, looking pretty cool. All right. And then batting 7th, we got Bobby Crosby, the man, the myth, the legend himself. He is actually not very good at softball, but of course you all know that. But he got a great personality, and he made his channel very popular, and definitely a great person. And I've actually met him in real life a couple years ago when he did like a ballpark tour. And I'm from the Bay Area, so I met him when he was at AT&T Park, now known as Oracle Park. And yeah, I got him to sign my hat, which is pretty cool. Alright, so he's actually going to be playing catcher because he's usually behind the camera, and I thought that the catcher would be the most logical position for him in our squad. And he's usually behind home plate anyways, filming. And then number 8, a lot of you might disagree, but I'm going to put Redman. He's one of the OGs in this series, and he was actually my favorite from the start. He's also Gabe's cousin, though, fun fact there. But I don't know why he stopped playing in the series, which kind of upset about it, but he was so good in the beginning of the series that I thought I had to include him. I could have included Javi instead of him, but Javi stopped playing anyways, and to me, like, Redman was more awesome than Javi, because Javi doesn't really try when he plays, so yeah, so that's Redman, and I love him. Alright, so that's your starting 8 position players, and then let's go on to the bench. The bench, we got Redman's cousin, Mr. Gabe. I made him 18 because his Instagram handle is I'm Gabe81, and Benny's already 81, so I just switched numbers around. So Gabe's 18, and yeah, everyone loves Gabe, of course. Okay, And another bench player, we got Art. He's going to be our defensive substitution usually. And Art, he hustles, he plays hard, and he's one of my favorite players in Dodgerfilms, so I had to include him. And yeah, so next we got Dustin. Dustin is very good at offense, and he's really good at basketball. And that's why I also made him number 3, because basketball is all about shooting a 3 now. So, and he's very good at doing that in the basketball series. And with Dustin, like, he's not gonna give you much defense. His defense is actually pretty bad, but he mixes it up with his bat. He's a very good offensive player, and you love him or hate him. Usually, you love him on offense, or you hate him on defense. And next we got Cisco, and Cisco is a huge dude with a huge personality in a good way, and he's just a very good player to the squad. And yeah, so there's Cisco. Love his personality. And lastly, we got Soup, and everyone loves Superman, and he's actually going to be our backup catcher. And a lot of you might disagree that I'm putting Soup on the bench, but listen to me. My reasoning is because Superman, it's like a beast. He can play all positions, right? So like, you can't even limit him to one position. So might as well like have him the first guy that comes off the bench that pinch hits and do all kinds of great things. And in this game, like, well, in most baseball games, like for now, like, catchers cannot play every single game, or else the catcher's gonna get tired and get injured. So Soup's gonna get a lot of action. So don't worry if you're upset about Soup being on the bench. All right, so that's our bench player. So let's go over to our starting pitcher. And our number 1 starting pitcher, everyone's favorite girl, Sierra Campos. And no further explanation needed. Everyone loves Sierra, and I made her a switch hitter because she used to be a switch hitter in real life, but she bats right in Dodgerfilms. And there's a huge lack of left-handed players in Dodgerfilms, so I want to get as many like lefties or switch hitters as possible. I don't think we have any lefties aside from Nick's person, but anyway, so there's been some drama with her, like how she broke up with Jeff, and everybody was wondering what happened, and she got with Red Shorts, which I'm not going to go too much into that because that's their private lives, and you guys can find out what happened by YouTube comments, which I did a little bit snooping around on YouTube and Instagram, but which shows I'm a huge fan of the series. But anyways, I don't want to instigate on that. All right, next we got Ankit. Speaking of drama, speaking of lefties, he's probably the only lefty who's on Dodgerfilms. And well, I should say he was, because he's no longer playing Dodgerfilms. He hasn't been with Dodgerfilms for like over a year. And actually, I met him in real life, like after he left Dodgerfilms, and he didn't really seem too eager that I pointed out to him that he's from Dodgerfilms. And yeah, we didn't want to talk because it was awkward. Later, I found out that he got kicked off from Dodgerfilms for whatever reason, like Sierra Brother did, Costco did. But yeah, I had to include Ankit because like Ankit's so iconic, and as a fellow Giants fan myself, I have to include him. And Ankit is also one of the, well, like I said, the only left-handed pitcher, so I have to put him in. Alright. So next we got Jimmy Fireball, everyone's favorite in the beginning of the series, but later he stopped hitting home runs, but he usually pitches now from time to time. And yeah, so he's going to be a number 3 pitcher. Alright. I'm really proud of this face creation for Fireball, or character creation for Fireball. I think it looks a lot like him, because like Fireball like always skips leg days, but he has like the most massive upper body. So like, yeah, I think it really looks like him. And he actually has hair. His hair looks kind of shaggy actually underneath, and he always wears aviators. And I think this looks a lot like him. All right. And next we got Spidey Bombs. He actually has the 3rd, I guess, most successful YouTube channel after Dodgerfilms, after Bobby and Benny, and I commend him for keep making content and videos. We get the vlogs from like behind the scenes with the Dodgerfilms players, which is really cool. And yeah, so Spidey, you know, like what he did for the series, he took a line drive to the face and it lost a few teeth, and that was one of the most horrific episodes I've watched, but he came back healthy, and he's done great things for Dodgerfilms, so good job, Spidey. Glad you're okay. Okay, and now move on to the relief pitcher. We got Eric Kartshop. Kartshop, it's one of the, I guess you can, relatively newer addition. I also met him when he went to the Dodgers-Giants game with Ankit, at Dodger Stadium. I also met him too. He also didn't say much because he was trying to save Onkin's feelings, but that's all right. But yeah, it's pretty cool that Cart Shop kind of like partnered up with Bobby a little bit, because like he owns, obviously by his name, he owns a cart shop, and he gives like Bobby like packs and things to review, and in return, Bobby kind of like advertises his business a little bit, so they got a good partnership going on, which is cool. And I kind of like his personality. He's like a old guy that can play a little bit, you know, like always fun to have like old people around in the series. And next we got Regina. Like Regina is kind of like many of you ask, or well, many of you probably 50-50 about Regina. Like most of you really like her because she's probably like good to look at in your Instagram and all that, we all know. But she's not really good at sports in general, but she seems to like the crowd, I guess. I don't want to talk too badly about her, but yeah, she obviously loves the sport. But in this game, I'm going to make her like a situational lefty, so she's not completely useless. And a lot of you might be Regina fans. I always see like recent Dodgerfilms comments, so I have to include her, because like if I don't have her, like Sierra's going to be the only girl, and I think that's like too many sausages, if you know what I mean. So we have to put in Regina, and hopefully she's not useless like she is on Dodgerfilms. All right. Next we have Julio Varela. Like many of you may ask, like, who the hell is Julio? But this is actually Captain America. I did a little bit of stalking the guy's real name, so I like to put his real name unless I can't find it. But yeah, so it's gonna be Julio Varela. So that's Captain America for the future. And yeah, so self-explanatory. He's one of the OGs, and he's stuck with Dodgerfilms all these years, so have to include him as a relief pitcher. I would put him at first base because he played first base the most, but first base is so clogged up in Dodgerfilms anyways. And in this game, like, anyone can play first base, so I want to put him at a relief pitcher. And lastly, a moment of silence, please, for Eric DMC, aka Coop, who passed away recent months, and a lot of people in Dodgerfilms are very broken up by it. And I think that's probably the reason why they haven't been playing that much, because like Coop was kind of like the spirit of the group, and once he passed, it's kind of like a huge blow to everybody in the series. But yeah, Coop is a legend. I will spare you the details. If you want to know more about Coop, go YouTube some videos. But yeah, rip Coop. You'll always be a legend. And anyways, without further ado, let's get started. Hopefully I didn't take too long in this little like character explanation. I think they did a really good job, and overall I spent hours on this, so like give me a little credit here. And I think they look pretty good on the jersey and the logo creation as well. So as for the fitted caps, I just put the Dodgers D logo, and for the jerseys, for the home jerseys, I'm using like the Dodgers spring training jerseys, which are my favorite Dodger jerseys in my opinion. And keep in mind that I'm a Giants fan, but I've grown to tolerate or cheer for the Dodgers over the last few years, not because I want them to win the World Series, because I want them to do well and see them lose the World Series. You see my reasoning here? And I really like Dodgerfilms. So, and their away jerseys going to be gray jerseys. All right. And oh yeah, and they're going to play in Hollywood, aka Swagger Center in this game. And instead of Hollywood, it says Lowly Hood, which is kind of funny to me. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. All right. So first game we're going to play is against the Blowfish. And the starting pitcher is going to be a right-handed pitcher, Wanda Dragler. Alright, and Sierra's going to pitch her first game because she's our ace. Alright, let's get started. And I think our lineup is good. Yeah, it should be good because I have it set up this way. So yeah. So Andy's going to be leading off. Taka batting second. Jeff batting third. Benny batting cleanup. Red Shorts fifth. Fernando sixth. Bobby Crosby seventh. And Retman 8th, and I made Retman's first name Flash in this game because he reminds me of Flash, because obviously he's red and he's super fast. As you can see, I kind of maxed out his speed there because of how fast he is. And Sierra, our pitcher. Alright, so let's go. Ready to play ball. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this series, and yeah, he never really did like a Super Mega Baseball 2 season, And he's the reason why Dodgerfilms is the reason why I downloaded Super Mega Baseball 1, and I fell in love with that game. And yeah, it took me a while. I should have done this series when the game first came out. Probably more of you would have watched it, but if you're watching it, it doesn't really matter. So hopefully you enjoy this series. All right, and please leave a like and comment some suggestions. If you don't like, you disagree with any of the characters, or you want to change their appearance or stats, let me know in the comment section, or what players you would like to see instead. And keep in mind that I only have a certain amount of spots in the roster, so I can't really accommodate everyone, but hopefully you are watching this and giving me some input. Alright? Cool. I think the loading screen might have froze, which is not a good thing. Okay, so I will quit the system and I will be right back, and hopefully this will work.